guys. So in this video, I want to talk about what's going on at Gamescom regarding Mass Effect 3, the Squad Leader trailer. That was released yesterday. The first time I saw it, I was like, ah! But the closer you look, it does look very, I can't really explain what it is, but the characters look almost stiff. Like they're kind of like, they look like they don't really belong. And that's totally understandable because it's just a trailer and because they had a certain amount of time to work on it to get it for Gamescom. I mean, do you guys know what I'm talking about? It just looks very almost stop motion-y, like very edity. Like you could see, like all of a sudden you're shooting this and then it goes Garrus and then it goes to, like, it's, I don't know, it's a great trailer. I loved it, but visually you could tell that they had a limited time to work on it. So that's the only thing I have to say about that. Shepard's class seems to be the infiltrator. I'm not too sure, I'm not exactly positive on this, but you could see he's carrying a sniper. He has the incinerate, so he most likely is the infiltrator. And when I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, you know, because the infiltrator is one of my favorite classes. It's definitely my class. Like, that's the class that I played in Mass Effect, and that's the class that I played in Mass Effect 2. I have played all the other classes, not like completely through, but I have tried them, and by far, Infiltrator is my favorite. I think because when it comes to my play style, I kind of like to deal damage from far away. So whenever you have sniper rifles, I'm all on it. Like, I'm on it. Like, I'm like, that's me. It's the sniper. I'm the sniper. So that's why I love the infiltrator. So I was always wearing the visor in Mass Effect 2 because that was my thing. I mean, like, extra points for headshot, bam, you know. The infiltrator is so much fun. And they also showed off that new Omni tool. Like, just whacks the guy and he's like on fire. It's kind of like a fire burst almost. It's so cool. So if that is infiltrators, I really like that Omni tool thing. I really like the other ones, like the Omni blade, and I also like the dual Omni tool. But if this is the infiltrators Omni tool speciality, that's cool still. And I'm not going to change my class. My main character is an infiltrator, and he's been an infiltrator since Mass Effect 1, so I'm going infiltrator for Mass Effect 3. This was great to see. I think they're trying to kind of show off what you could do with the Kinect, which seems very cool. I've always tried to incorporate that whole squad leader thing in my games when it comes to Mass Effect, but I never really do it because sometimes I forget which is which, you know, and sometimes I end up pushing one and it sends Garrus who knows where, and I'm like, what the? So I just stay away from it most of the time. But I do find myself shouting orders. I'll find myself like saying, you know, take cover or whatever, and so I'm like, oh, that would be fun, you know, to actually have the characters react to you now and not just have you screaming at the TV and people looking at you like you're a freaking idiot. By the time that Mass Effect 3 comes out, I don't know how cheap or how expensive Kinect will still be. So if it's a little bit, I'm sure it's going to be a little bit cheaper. How cheaper, I have no idea. So if it's still kind of expensive, I probably won't get it. But if it's reasonable, I'll try to get it just because it just sounds kind of interesting. They also had a demo where people could play the demo, and there was the first time that you could play the engineer class. I'm hoping we could see some of that stuff. I'm pretty sure they're going to be putting that up soon. If they already haven't. I mean, I haven't seen anything, but I'd love to see what the engineer could do. Another cool thing is that they announced femshep voting number 2. This time you're going to be voting for her hair color. Blonde Shepard won the votes, but not because she was blonde, but because people liked her hairstyle. So they're giving now people the choice of 4 different hair colors. One of them is redhead, a brunette, the blonde, and a dirty blonde. I already voted, so if you haven't voted, go to facebook.com/Mass Effect and vote for your favorite shepherd, femshep. Now, don't, a lot of people I see, they just say, oh, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. They think that typing in their answer is a vote. It's not. You have to like the photo. That's like a vote. Your like is a vote. So you go, let's say, to the brunette, like it, and that's your vote. So just in case you guys got confused when it comes to that, they're not gonna go through all the people that said, oh, I like this one. You know, you could go ahead and say it, like say, oh yeah, I like redhead Shep or whatever, and then click like, but don't forget to click like, because then your vote doesn't count. If you're wondering which one I voted for, I was kind of on the fence when it comes to the brunette and the redhead. She's the only one that has like differences in her face. The other ones have all have blue eyes, but redhead has, I think, slightly greener, and she has little, you know, the little dots. I want to say dimples, but they're not dimples. I don't remember what it's called. You know what I mean. So I voted for redhead Shep. She looks pretty cool. The brunette looks really cool too, and I actually think those two are the ones that are in the lead. Tomorrow is the Bioware breakfast. They will be talking, I guess, to the fans about, I guess they're going to do like a Q&A or something like that. Fans are going to ask them questions and stuff, and they're going to be answering regarding Mass Effect 3. So that, hopefully we get some new information. I know Bioware isn't really releasing a lot of information, but every now and then they'll throw like these little sentences where you're like, wait. You know, like people, if you really analyze what they just said, you could get a lot of information out of it. So, or at least clues. Also, they released a bunch of screen caps on the website, on the forums as well, the Mass Effect forums. They've been releasing a lot of pictures. They released a lot of gun pictures, the guns, and they're so cool to look at. They look so much better than all the other games. Another thing that I actually just realized, I was like, wait a minute, is on this picture, that's a Batarian husk. I just realized that. I was like, I knew that different races were gonna be husks, but I was like, wait a minute, that's a Batarian. I thought it was just a new husk. Like, I was like, I didn't really pay attention to it. I was like, ooh, that dude looks crazy. And the dude beside him, I'm really not sure what that is. At the same, I'm like, wait, is that? It looks human, but at the same time it doesn't. Like, you could see something right here. I don't know. Let me know if you guys know exactly what species that is, because I don't think it's human, because it just looks different. I think in one of the shots he looks like he has like 3 fingers, and I was like, it's not a Turian, because it just doesn't look like a Turian, especially right here in the face. I mean, it's got a mouth and all that. I was like, it's not a Turian, but it's got like 3 fingers. I was like, is that a Drell? But I don't know. And I was like, is that a Nasari? But it just doesn't look like a Nasari yet either. So I'm kind of confused when it comes to that other husk. Maybe it is a human. He just looks a little different. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking about it. Maybe it was just the shadow. It's probably like covering the other fingers. I don't know. Let me know if you guys know what that is. So that's the biggest news that has been released when it comes to Mass Effect 3 at Gamescom. But yeah, I will try to keep you guys up to date. I'm sure you guys are already on this. I just wanted to put this stuff all in one place so that it's easier to see. I prefer that type of stuff anyways, because I hate having to go on and look all over the place. If I could just find it in one place, that's awesome. So I'm trying to do that for you guys, so it's just easier. Let me know what you guys thought of the trailer. What femshep did you vote for? You know, all that stuff. That's basically it, and I'll talk to you guys later.